Hey everybody, welcome in.
Hello.
Hey. I just want to say thanks to everyone for joining us today to craft. So as the weather gets a little bit colder, we've decided that it would be the perfect time of year to start crafting with some of our favorite pieces of nature. So we're going to start, we're going to show you guys today how to paint with one of our really cool folk art formulas, Treasure Gold, and how to bring some of those pieces of nature from the outside and bring them inside to your home decor. So Jessie, I think we can go ahead and get ready if you're ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey guys, I'm Jessie. If you're new, welcome. And if not, hello again. Like Emma said, we're going to be crafting with some acorns today. We're even going to do a little bit of pine cones, which is super fun and a really fun low budget project for fall. And I'm also going to show you how to use it in your home decor. So if you have any questions or comments, make sure to put them in the chat and Emma will relay them to me so we can get those answered for you. So first I'm going to go over some of the supplies I have here today. So we've got some acorns that we collected outside from underneath our oak tree. We also have some awesome, this is really cool, I'm excited about this. We have some acorns that you can buy at Michael's. So these are just faux acorns, and it's obviously a little bit easier, especially if you don't have an oak tree at home, which I actually don't. We had to borrow these from some neighbors. But you can buy these at Michael's and use these for crafting instead, which is so fun. We've also got some paintbrushes here. We've got, like Emma said, we're using our beautiful folk art Treasure Gold. So we've got a few colors. I'll let you know what colors we're using as we go. But this is one of my favorite paints to use. And again, you can get this at Michael's. We've got some fun surfaces here. And I'll show you a couple more of the little supplies we've got later. It's a little bit that we didn't put in the event listing, but just to give you some further inspiration. So let's go ahead and get started. So like we said, we're going to be crafting with acorns. So you can find these outside, of course. It's the perfect time of year. All the acorns are falling, so you can collect them from your yard. And what you want to do with them is you want to make sure you bake them to dehydrate them. So you can just spread them on a pan and bake them at a very low temperature for an hour or two in your oven. And that just dries it out and make sure that there's no insects or anything like that. And make sure your acorns will last much longer because it'll get rid of all the moisture. So you don't have to worry about it molding or anything like that. So we've already done that. We've got some dry. As you can see how cute they turn out. A lot of times after you've baked the acorns, they want to pop apart. The cute little tops kind of want to fall off. So what you can do for that is all you need is a hot glue gun. So you just put a little dab of hot glue. It kind of wants to split apart when it gets dry. And just hot glue it back in there. And so now you have a nice, perfect little intact acorn again. You don't have to worry about that.
That's awesome. Jessie, when I find acorns, they're always in two pieces on the ground. So that's a really great tip. You'd never think that you could
you don't have to worry about them being whole. Exactly. Okay, so let's get painting. So I'm going to grab some, we're going to use some of these pre-made, these faux acorns, I guess I should say, from Michael's, which are super fun. I was really excited when we found these. And I'm going to grab some Treasure Gold Copper. So like I said, this is one of my favorite paints that we make. It is absolutely perfect for fall. It's got so many beautiful warm colors, which we'll get into. So I'm just gonna open it up. And there's a couple of different ways that you can apply the paint to these acorns. So of course you can grab a little flat brush or a little angle brush and you can just paint it on.
So Jessie, what kind of paint is Treasure Gold? Is it an oil-based paint or?
Yeah, just like most of our paints, it is water-based and it's non-toxic. So this is perfectly safe to use at home. You don't need to use it in a well-ventilated area. It's really safe for kids, but also it's safe for the family, I should say. But also it has this extremely beautiful, shiny luster to it, which is really hard to find in water-based paints. So a lot of times if you want something to be like super shiny and super metallic, you're gonna have to go with like an oil-based paint or a solvent-based paint. And this is the absolute shiniest, most beautiful paint you can get as far as metallics go. And it's, like I said, it's completely non-toxic, which is really awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, so as you can see, I'm just painting this acorn. It'll probably, just like most metallic paints, it'll take probably 2 coats. So you would want to let this dry before you paint the second coat. But it's super fun. It's kind of relaxing. It's a fun way to sort of turn your brain off. You know, you can craft with family and friends and just get ready for fall.
So Jessie, Janetta has a great question. She wants to know, if the acorns are separated, can you paint them before you glue the cap back on?
You totally can. The only thing is it might be a little tricky to try to hold it like that because you want to paint the full bottom. So the cap makes it kind of easier to hang on to the acorn while you're painting the base. But it's you absolutely could do that.
That's awesome.
All right. So I'm gonna get into a couple more colors here. This is one of my favorites. This is our rose gold color. And this is sort of a cheat way to, this one's not really tall enough. Let's see. Let's see about this is our antique copper. So if you have a brand new bottle of Treasure Gold, you can sort of cheat and you can dip your acorn straight into the paint, which is a little bit messy and it of course uses a lot more paint, but you get this really beautiful, beautiful shine to it. So you can see here, you can see it, you don't have to do nearly as many coats. You can see how shiny that is already. You just dip it into the bottle, or of course you can pour it into like a little jar or a little bowl or cup. And then when you're finished, just pour the excess paint back into your bottle. But that's just a really simple way to get a perfectly smooth finish on it without having to do multiple coats.
Awesome. And you could like paint the body of it alone, or you can get the top too. It's totally up to you. It's your choice.
Yeah, we can paint the top of one too. That's the great thing about this Treasure Gold is that it's multi-surface paint. So that means you can use it on pretty much any type of surface that you'd want. It works great, just like other acrylic paints, it works great on porous materials like canvas or wood or fabric and things like that. But you can also use it on non-porous surfaces. So if you wanted to paint glass with it, or any other shiny material, you can do that too.
And because it's so shiny and it has such a deep luster, we feel like it looks best on more so 3D objects. So these acorns are really great surface to paint on.
Yeah, this is the perfect craft. As you can see, it's multi-surface. It works great on acorns too. But yeah, you can paint the tops. You could even do the tops one color and the bottoms a different color. That would be so, so pretty.
So everyone that's watching along with us, let us know in the comments if you've ever used Treasure Gold before, what kind of projects you made with Treasure Gold, and if you have a favorite Treasure Gold color too. We'd love to know that, and I'll share it with Jessie.
Yeah, please do. Treasure Gold, like I said, I keep saying it, I can't say it enough. It's one of my absolute favorite paints that we have. Let's try some of this antique copper color. I love this color. It's sort of like a beautiful, like warm purple color. I just love it.
Yeah, Jessie, Myra said it's great for the tips of pine cones, which we're about to get into in a little bit.
Exactly. That's a great idea. And also we have that idea as well.
Such a good idea, in
fact. Great minds think alike. So like I said, Treasure Gold comes in a variety of colors. So you can get it in these beautiful warm fall colors, golds and purples and all of these colors. Or this is also great if you're kind of like getting prepared in advance for the holidays. This is also great for Christmas time too, or just winter in general. So Treasure Gold comes in also these beautiful cool tones as well. So this one is platinum, and then we've also got blue quartz, which would be so, so cute. You can use these to make ornaments for your Christmas tree by stringing them, which again, I'll show you that in a minute as well. But you can see these beautiful colors here. I've got some blue ones painted already. You can see how shiny that is. Can you see that?
What's the name of those two colors that you have out right there?
You have platinum is the silver color, and then blue quartz is the blue color. And you can see just how shiny the paint is. So these are really fun for Christmas as well.
Super shiny.
You could even paint the top silver if you wanted to. That'd be really pretty.
And like we said, Treasure Gold is so special because it's one of the most metallic paints on the craft market, and it's water-based, which is really unique if you know anything about metallic paints. Usually they're oil-based. You have to do it in a well-ventilated area. You have to be careful just because it's not good for you. And so we're really excited to showcase these paints today.
Yeah. So we've shown you how to paint your acorns. Obviously, it's super simple. You just base coat it with a brush, and you may be wondering, well, what am I going to do with these acorns now that I have them all painted? So this is a really cute vase that we got from Michael's. So it comes with this adorable little stand, and we just put a little candle in it, and we filled it with our metallic acorns, which is just so cute for fall. We just love the way this looks. This would be great for a Thanksgiving centerpiece, or just for an end table for your home decor. But we just filled it up. All we did was stick the candle in, and we just tossed our little acorns in there. And you can see we're mixing the natural acorns that we found in our yard with the acorns that we bought at Michael's. So they really just blend super well together because they look so realistic. Another really fun thing you can do with your acorns is to string them. So here I have some acorns here. I haven't painted them yet, but we just took a little eye hook, which you can get at Michael's as well, probably in the jewelry section. And since the acorns are pretty soft, these are the real ones, the natural ones, I should say. All you need to do is just twist it into the top of your acorn, and it just goes right in. So all I'm doing is just turning it. It's pretty soft, like I said. So it goes in easily. And then you can just use embroidery floss or ribbon or string to string these, which would be great for a fall garland for your mantelpiece, or you can use it as a string for your Christmas tree if you wanted to do those more cool colors or Christmas colors like we showed you just a minute ago.
As a garland, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah, and so you can knot them on here. I'm gonna knot it real quick.
And so Jesse, just something to think about. Myra wants to know if time allows, it would be fun to see an acorn with the top painted as well.
Okay, sure, I'd love to do that for you guys, just for some extra inspiration. So you can see here, I'm just knotting it one time each, kind of evenly spacing it. But you can see what a beautiful garland this would be. Once these are painted, you have these beautiful, shiny, metallic acorns. It's just something special, and it's something homemade, and it's something to do with family this time of year to have some really pretty projects for your home.
Yeah, I love that. So Jesse, Manu wants to know, can you put glitter on this? And maybe that's a great segue. I don't know if you have any in the studio, but maybe we can show a little bit of our Glitterific on some of the.
Yeah, Will, do you mind handing me some of that Glitterific right there? I would love to show you guys our Glitterific. So really quick, you can see how easy it was to string these. You can make this as long as you want. Like I said, super fun for your Christmas tree, or it would be beautiful for a mantelpiece if you had a really long one with all these beautiful colors on it. Here is some neon Glitterific. So I don't know if this would necessarily be great for fall, but we've got a ton of colors of our Glitterific at Michael's. So this is just the one I had on hand, but we've got golds and silvers and beautiful deep red colors and emerald green colors in our Glitterific formula. You can see how super shiny this is. So you can grab those colors from Michael's. And I'll show you how you can apply that.
It might be cute to have like a pastel theme to your Christmas decor or more bright colors.
I love that. I'm obsessed with pastels for Christmas right now. I actually just painted some ornaments here at Plaid using pastels for Christmas, like those pretty white feather trees you've been seeing with all the pretty brightly colored ornaments.
A white feather tree with that neon pink Glitterific with acorns on the tree. I think that would actually be really cute.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. Here, I'm gonna use a cleaner brush. So I'm just using a regular brush here, and I'm just applying the glitter. And you could base coat this too if you wanted to like base coat it with like a metallic color first and then apply the glitter.
That looks really pretty, Jess.
Yeah, just to cover up some of that yellow. You can see how sparkly it is though. Just to cover up the natural color of the acorns. You can totally base coat it. Here, I'll show you how I could apply some pink to this copper one here. I bet that would be pretty. Because the copper's sort of a pinky gold anyway.
Myra says that pink is gorgeous.
Isn't that pretty? This is one of my favorites. This is some of our newer Glitterifics in the line, our neon Glitterifics. And this one is called Pink Neon.
I love
so
that.
Again, you can see you can use all kinds of beautiful folk art products to decorate these acorns. And again, it's just a really inexpensive, quick craft for the fall. If you're just looking for something to do in the evenings or on the weekends, you probably already have all this at home. Grab yourself a bottle of paint. You may even have it, in your craft area to start. Grab some acorns from your yard, and this is just a really beautiful, inexpensive craft to do this time of year.
I love it.
Yeah. So now I'm going to show you, we talked a little bit about how to do some pine cones. So these are another one that are great for fall or winter. You can see here, we've got some fall colors on here, but again, if you wanted to use these cooler tones or use reds and greens for your fall, for your winter decor, I should say, this will be really great for that as well. Or even just white, you can make them look snow-capped. Here, I'll show you how I did these. So I'm going to grab a quick plate. And again, these we just found outside. So another really inexpensive craft.
And be careful because when we are gathering these pine cones, they're pretty prickly.
Yes, these ones are, I noticed that they're especially prickly, but you can also get faux pine cones at Michael's as well. So if you don't have a yard that's got pine cones in them, if you don't have that sort of tree, or if you don't want to have to worry about the pricklies or don't have to worry about drying them out, you can get some of these, you can get these store-bought ones from Michael's. They have bags of these for decorative purposes. So you can totally get those as well. So you can either brush it on just like this. Probably a bigger brush would be better. You could brush it on just like this onto the ends, or you could try to get into there too and paint it a little deeper inside of the pine cone. the bottom, I'll show you how beautiful and shiny it is. Can you see how much that's shining already?
That's really pretty. Just with one
I
coat.
barely have paint. Right. It's not even covering it fully. I'm just sort of like dry brushing with it just to get the peaks.
Yeah.
And it's already so shiny.
It'd be pretty just to dry brush the pine cone too with Treasure Gold.
Oh my gosh, I know. So again, if you're in a hurry, just like we said earlier, we kind of gave you that second option of dipping the acorns in the paint. You can kind of do the same thing with this. So if you wanted to just pour a little bit of paint onto your plate, you don't want too much because you of course don't want to waste your paint. You can actually roll the pine cones in the paint. You can kind of just dip them in there and you can see how it's really getting onto each little piece on the pine cone and making it super shiny.
So pretty, Jess.
Isn't that pretty? And then you would just want to let these dry before you did anything with them.
So how would you recommend like leaving those to dry? Maybe on like a wire rack or something, or?
Yeah, a wire rack, or even I bet it would be fine. I've got some wax paper here that I'm just using to protect my surface. You could use some wax paper to let these dry as well. If I just want to leave these just like that, I think it would be fine on there. It wouldn't stick, of course, because it's wax paper. But if you have like a baker's rack or something that you use for crafting, that'd be great as well. Just a little more airflow and less surface area.
And is that like for just Treasure Gold or all acrylic paint to dry it like that?
Yeah, that's really for all acrylic paints. So of course, when you let acrylic paint dry, it wants to stick to whatever it's stuck to. So if I were to let it dry on this wood table, for example, it would be totally stuck to it by the time it dried. So that's why I'm putting on this wax paper, just because it'll pull away from the paper super easily when it is dry, when it's nice and cured. Yeah. Any other questions, Em?
I don't think so. I think everyone's really enjoying you paint all those acorns and pine cones. They're looking really pretty. Just how
I'm going to show you guys how to paint some tops. I know someone asked that earlier. They wanted to see the caps painted as well.
And then, Jess, when you're done with that, I was looking on Pinterest earlier today, and I was looking at some acorn crafts, and I saw this really cool one for a little acorn wreath kind of ornament where all of the acorns are in a circle. Would you mind showing us how to do that next?
I'd love to show you guys how to do that.
Okay.
Great idea. So you can see here it goes on really well to, it's like a really rough texture on the top too, of course, but it goes on really beautifully to that as well. And I kind of like the way the texture looks with the metallic on it. It just makes it like super shiny. Hopefully you guys can see how shiny it is. The camera doesn't really do it justice. In person, it's just like, it's like a mirror almost. You can almost see your reflection in it. It's so shiny. But again, just, you could do it this way, or you could dip it just like I showed you how to dip the bottoms.
I know, and I feel like now that I've used Treasure Gold, it's hard to go back to any other metallic paint now that I can
I know, it's true. It's true. It's our favorite for sure. Okay, so I'll show you what Emma was talking about. So you can use these. We already talked about using these for fall, and of course we talked about using them for Christmas. So you can use these beautiful cool tones if you wanted to. What you can do with them is sort of arrange them into a wreath. So I'll show you what I mean by that. You just want to put a dab of hot glue. Here, this one's not painted, but I just want to show you guys kind of how it works. A dab of hot glue on each of them, and then just glue them into a circle. And it makes a really cute little wreath for a Christmas ornament or for your fall decor. This one dry, okay, I'll use this one. There's so many different things you can do. And again, I just keep saying it, I can't say it enough. It's such an inexpensive, fun family craft. So you don't have to worry about going out and buying a ton of supplies for it. It's probably something you already have at home, or you can find at a park nearby. We were asking everybody this morning here at Plaid with our team, we were like, who's got acorns at their house? Who can bring in some extra acorns? And everybody's like, I've got them in my yard. I've got them in the church next door. I can bring some. So they really are all over. If you don't have any in your yard, don't worry. I'm sure you can find some easily.
Yeah, and Michael's has you covered.
Yes, exactly. And Michael's has you covered with these awesome faux acorns. Use some more of these metallic guys.
That really is like a really cute little unique ornament. And it'd be great to give as like a gift to somebody, for grandma or grandpa, or for a coworker or friend.
Yeah, I know we're probably not going to be having too many ornament exchanges this year.
Yeah.
But maybe you're still gonna be doing those parties remotely. This is a great, great ornament to send to friends and family for their Christmas tree.
Totally.
You can see here it's a cute little wreath now. And once you're done with it, you can either, when the glue is cured, it's a little warm still, so I'm gonna let it sit. But when the glue is cured, you can either string it with a string, or you can grab one of these eye hooks again and put it into the top of your acorn, just like I showed you earlier, and you can string it that way with a ribbon or some sort of twine or something, whatever will match your decor.
I love that. Who knew eye hooks had so many uses for acorns?
I know. And I always feel like eye hooks are kind of a pain to put into things because they're always hard and you can't get it to kind of like get that first start on the screw. But these are really easy to do, especially the natural ones. It's really easy to screw into the top of them, so you don't have to worry about that.
That's awesome.
So is there anything, any questions, Emma, or anything you feel like we should repeat if we had people joining us late?
I don't think so. So tell us all of these different things that you've incorporated your acorns into. I see that candle holder. Do you want to show off the bowl of that for those pine cones?
Yeah, so here, I'll show you the candle holder again. Again, this is a really cute surface that we just got at Michael's. So it came with the glass piece and with this adorable wooden stand, which I love. It's super modern. And then we just bought this candle. You can use a faux candle or a real candle. Of course, don't get your acorns close to the flame. And then we just fill the sides with these beautiful painted acorns. And it just makes a really, really pretty, just like really unique piece of fall decor that I love. That's handcrafted, and I just think it's super cute.
Yeah.
And like Emma said, we've got these beautiful pine cones that we painted. This is the one that we just painted, so it's nice and wet. But you can see how pretty these look in this bowl. So again, you can use this for fall with all these beautiful warm tones, or you can use it for Christmas or Christmas time with some of the cooler tones. You can use reds and greens and silvers, but it just looks so cute. Any old bowl you have at home, or you can get a really cute bowl from Michael's. This is just a cute wooden one that we had here. And I just think it's so cute in there together. You could even put the acorns in with this if you wanted to sort of fill it with acorns and
oh, that's cute.
pine cones. It'd be super, super cute together. So you can kind of just do both. There's so many different things you can do with it.
Yeah, so Jessie Maureen joined us a little bit late today, and she wanted to know if you could just do a really quick little recap on all the ways you've incorporated your pine cones and your acorns.
Okay,
Just
cool.
showing all the different things we've touched.
Yeah, so I showed you guys, we had our cute little vase here with the candle in it, and then I just showed you the bowl we had. We also took some of our acorns and we took some eye hooks here that we got at Michael's, probably in the jewelry section. And you can take some embroidery floss or ribbon or whatever you've got at home, and you can string the acorns onto, you can string them, see how cute that looks? You can string them onto any string you have, and it'll be beautiful for your mantle, or you can use it as a garland for your Christmas tree if you wanted to use more Christmassy colors. But it's just such an easy way, such an inexpensive way to have a beautiful, just beautiful fall decor for your home without having on a budget.
Mm-hmm. I think the little acorn, what's the word? I can't think of it. Garland is the cutest thing that I've seen so far today.
I know, it's really cute. You can see how, again, we got these little faux acorns that look just like the real ones to me, honestly. See how close they are? These are the ones we got outside, and these are the faux ones that you can purchase a bag of at Michael's. So the eye hooks go really easily into the tops of these too. So I like to mix and match the faux ones and the real ones in all of my projects. Just if I need a little bit of extra, if I can't find enough real ones, I like to use the Michael's ones.
So I just want to give a reminder to everyone too. So after the live stream is over today, this class is being recorded and it will be uploaded onto michaels.com under their community classroom page. So if you guys want to do this craft at home, or you missed some of the steps, or you want some more inspiration, you want to know some of the supplies we used today, you can always go back and watch that.
Yeah. So just as a quick recap before we finish up, you can get these beautiful acorns outside. It's the perfect time of year for it. Just you heat them in your oven at a very low temperature for a couple of hours just to dry them out and make sure there's no insects or anything like that before you bring them inside. We've been using this beautiful, beautiful treasure gold paint that you can get at Michael's. It comes in all of these stunning colors. You can use fall colors or Christmas colors, winter colors, whatever you'd like. You can also use it to paint these beautiful, beautiful pine cones for another beautiful fall decor piece that you can use in your home. We've made this really cute Christmas ornament, this little wreath using our acorns. I just love that. That's one of my favorites. And then of course you saw the beautiful garland. That'd be great for a mantelpiece, or to hang on your table for Thanksgiving, or to use on your Christmas tree when it comes to that. So like Emma said, thank you so much for watching. This is being recorded, so it'll be on the Michael's Community Classroom page if you want to refresh, or if you missed part of it and you want to go back and watch it. Keep an eye out. We'll be back here next week at the same time doing more fall crafts for Michael's Community Classrooms. We'll also be here Monday night to do our paint night, which we've been doing with Michael's for a long time, so we're excited for that. If you haven't joined us for that, make sure you do. It's a lot of fun. It's great for beginners. If you've never painted before, we'd love to show you how, and we will see you then.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Bye.